The other day, while playing Lego with my son, I came across this little piece. I had forgotten all about it. It's a phone from a 1985 airport set. As you can see here, it also uses a smooth 1x2 plate as a receiver, but I couldn't find that one. But that's not the point. The point is that I was immediately intrigued to build this in CAD. Then I scaled it up by factor 5 and guess what? 3D printed it. This was already pretty awesome. But then I looked online what other Lego computer bricks there were. And on this picture I saw it. My most favorite Lego computer from when I was a kid. It's this white 2x2 slope with a green screen and 3 buttons. As luck would have it, I actually found one in our Lego box. And you might have guessed it, I also built that one in CAD, scaled it up by factor 5 and printed it. I didn't have the exact colors, but the pale tones look really nice as well. And I can't decide if they look more modern or more retro. But anyway, this thing made me really happy. It made me smile all day. But pretty quickly I wasn't satisfied anymore with them just sitting there looking pretty. They look really cool, but now they're just some desk toys. Couldn't they do something? Could I maybe put a screen in here or something? There's actually a few people who have turned these Lego computer bricks into something with a screen. There's the infamous HULTÉN from Sweden. He's done some amazing work over the years. And one of the first things he made were some Lego computers out of wood with an actual working screen. And he turned them into video games and musical instruments. Check out his work, it's really amazing. Another YouTuber called the Sketchy Maker made a scaled up 3D printed brick with a screen a few years ago, which is also pretty cool. And maybe the most amazing one is from James Brown, whose YouTube channel is called Ancient. He managed to cram the tiniest screen into an actual translucent Lego brick. Absolutely awesome. I'll link all of them below. Those are all pretty cool, but that level of electronics is also a bit outside of my comfort zone. Which doesn't mean I wouldn't have tried, and maybe I will in the future, because that's, as they say, where the magic happens, outside the comfort zone, not on a screen of course. And well, long story short, I thought maybe it could hold a phone on your desk, and it could do that with MagSafe. If you're not familiar with that, it's a magnetic adapter that attaches to your phone and then charges via induction. And these magnets are really strong. There's other stands that will hold your phone like this, and this really grabs on tightly. And you can see, it almost fits in here. And so I went into CAD and played with that idea. My first instinct was to place the phone asymmetrically on the front, to mimic the Lego computer, which also meant making it really big. But that seemed a bit excessive for one, and also my idea of putting the MagSafe adapter in here didn't work so well. And most importantly, the phone can't lie flat in this design because the camera bump prevents it to do so. So I went back to the 2x2 layout and added a separate display part where the MagSafe adapter is held in place and the cable just goes through the opening here and out the back. The display part with the adapter then just clicks in place. That already works, but I figured out it needs some support from the back to hold the adapter so it doesn't come loose. So here's the next iteration, and I have to say it looks pretty awesome in this silver filament. So here you can see these ribs that will support the MagSafe adapter from the inside. It's now closed in the bottom and there's a little hole in the back for the cable. And again, snaps on like a charm. And I thought I was basically done until I had some people try it with their phones and I discovered some camera bumps are really big. And then there's even a frame around it on some cases that makes it even bigger. So I reduced this in size just a little bit. This is 7 times scaled up from the original Lego piece, and this one is 6.5, which makes this square just big enough to house the magnetic adapter. Let me show you. Just lift out the screen, and with this one I put a hole in the bottom again because I just thought this is a more elegant solution. And the cable goes through here so it doesn't fall out. You'll see in a second. As I mentioned, this part fits in here snugly, and you have to pay attention that the cord goes out this way. That's why one of these ribs is missing. And then you just feed the cable through here, click the screen in place, and you just wiggle the cable through here like this. Whoops, sorry guys. And here's your phone stand. iOS has this feature called Standby, which is activated when charged and in horizontal orientation. It'll then display a clock, and you can swipe through different clock faces, or it can show some photos, or you can have a combined clock and calendar or the weather. And of course, it's doing all that while charging your phone. There are some apps for Android that will do similar things. The biggest benefit of this phone stand, I think, is It'll not look empty without the phone. It might even look nicer without it, I'm afraid. I was really happy with that. And I thought, what's better than 1, 2? This screen can be any design you want. You can take some inspiration from all these Lego bricks or come up with your own design. Oops. You can exchange the screens here, and I think this just looks really cool. I haven't switched these until now. Wow, this looks just as cool as the other configuration. So I guess I'll include like a blank screen like this also in the print files. And if you want to put your own design on there, then that's great. I would like to see what people want to do with that. I also added some little buttons that you can mix and match and put in any color that you like. Here's some examples that I could imagine. If you're into brown, maybe this could be something. Or remember the Commodore 64? Well, maybe that color scheme could also be really nice. Original Game Boy, anyone? I'm looking forward to seeing your creations. That also brings me to the topic of interfaces. While looking online what other printed bricks there were, I came across this awesome website by George Cave, Interaction Magic. He got a hold of 52 different 2x2 decorated slopes and analyzed their user interfaces. You can see here, for example, he put them into a matrix between organized and chaotic on one axis and all screen and no screen on the other. I love it. It's so cool to see all of these together, and what a great idea to sort them like this to visualize the variations in user interfaces. Another great UI example here is the level of switch differentiation, increasing here from left to right. He also explains why this matters in the real world and how you can differentiate. There are 6 basic codings to help you differentiate: size, shape, color, texture, position, and operation. He illustrated those again here with Lego bricks. Awesome work, George. Thank you for putting that together. Check out the full article on interactionmagic.com. I'll also link this below. So are we done yet? Almost. I just had to fix one more small issue with this display part. I added some snap features here so that it'll stay in place. Those magnets on your phones are pretty strong, and even stronger on some cases, so I improved that and now it's ready to go. And if you're still watching, I assume you really want to 3D print this, so let me give you 2 little tips here. This just prints upright as it would sit on your desk. All the overhangs are 45 degrees, so that should make it easy for any printer. The only thing I did is I added fuzzy skin to the front plate here. Let me show you. You can go to the fuzzy skin painting up here and select Fill tool. The standard setting here on the Smart Fill angles is 30 degrees, and that doesn't work. That'll select the whole thing. You need to reduce it down, and then you can easily select that surface only. Slice it and you'll see it creates a nice fuzzy skin on the front, just like the original Lego pieces. And one more little tip when printing the screen. Since this object contains multiple parts and also very tiny ones, the slicer might ask you if that object is in the wrong scale and if you want to scale it up. Just click no, since the file is 1:1 of course. Then it'll ask you again if this should be handled as an object with multiple parts, and here you click yes. Auto-orient it face down onto a textured print plate, then rotate it by 45 degrees. And to change the filament colors, you need to go to the Objects tab and select the parts individually. Slice it and you're ready to print. One final note, this is built for the latest Apple MagSafe adapter that is 55.5mm in diameter and 4.5mm thick. If you're using anything else, let me know and I can see if I can adjust the dimensions accordingly. So this concludes this little Lego MagSafe project. I think it turned out really well and I'm looking forward to seeing your color creations and screen designs. The files will be linked below, and I will be releasing these for free for individual use, but if you want to license them to print and sell them professionally, just get in touch with me and we can figure something out. I will also be releasing the smaller parts from the beginning. They're actually stackable, so you can play with them. And now there's nothing left for me to say but like, subscribe and comment down below. Thanks for watching. Let me introduce you to Werk, the sponsor of today's video. Based in Copenhagen, Werk is a contemporary kitchenware company dedicated to developing honest quality tools for everyday use. Follow the link in the description or go to werk.com and sign up for the newsletter to get 10% off your first order.